Hello. Oh, today's games, depending on how it goes, have been out a little while, but we are going to do some games that are in Game Pass or have been in Game Pass, but also are already at Xbox games, so which I've received a copy for streaming purposes, so we are going to stream them because I want to play them, and this is a good way to do that. Or something like that, anyway. So, oops. First off is Venba. Venba is a Visai Games developed and published visual novel / puzzle game that came out 31st of July 2023, so yeah, it's still in Game Pass, but it's also on Xbox games. Thank you to Xbox for the game for streaming purposes. It's also a Play Anywhere title, so you can play it on Windows as well. It's in the PC Game Pass and on the cloud. So, Venba is a narrative cooking game where you play as an Indian mum who immigrates to Canada. Sorry, again, not the game. I just woke up from a nap. So, I'm just re-equilibrating, which includes yawning. It's like, yeah, I only got like 7 or 8 hours sleep last night, so I needed a nap. It's the heat. The heat always does this to me, as well as obviously normally I yawn. But anyway, Venba is a narrative cooking game where you play as an Indian mum who immigrates to Canada with her family in the 1980s. Players will cook various dishes and restore lost recipes, hold branching conversations, and explore in the story about family, love, loss, and more. Venba's recipe books get damaged when she moves to Canada. Restore the lost recipes to cook delicious, mouth-watering dishes that serve as a connection to the home left behind. Get to know the family well, hold branching conversations, and explore as you face the challenges that arise from day-to-day life. On Xbox, if you don't have Game Pass, this game is £12.49 or $14.99. It's also available on, I already said it's on PC Game Pass, but it's also available on Steam, and Switch and PlayStation 5. Excuse me. Oh yes, sorry. And the art style is just gorgeous. Visai Games is based in Canada. And I believe that he did some of this in a previous stream, but I've been planning to do it for a while and just kind of forgot. Didn't forget, it just didn't come up, and it's on my RTTL, so why not? I like food. Oh, I do not like the yawning. The yawning is annoying me. But yeah, it looks like the price is fairly similar across all the platforms. Visai Games is a small studio based in Toronto that's focused on telling intimate stories through interesting mechanics. So, yeah, there we go. Is there anything else that I usually say? Nope. We're good. Let's load up the game. Oh, have another yawn. Again, apologies. Not the game's fault. Just me. Purely just me. Naps are great. It's like when there's annoying fly buzzing around and disturbing the beginning of it. I need a controller. I have a controller. I am in control. And also my sock has a cat with a duck. And it's like a llama on it. Ooh, pretty. So yeah, there's this sort of hand-drawn... Well, I mean, it literally looks like pencil art style, but it's particularly striking. Camera bob, no bobs. Audio all the way up. Music down slightly though, please. Back. And actually turn the volume. Ooh, hello, we've got recipes over here. Table of contents, recipes by Divya Vivekanandan. Kanandan. Sorry. So yeah, the recipe got damaged, so we're going to make that work. What is this up here? Oh, there's a little radio. Oh, there's music. Excellent. We can unlock the music as well. Right, let's play. Before we go too far into... Did we... Yes, there we go. Too far into doing options. Also, hay fever. I can't read that. Think well before you dare, and never ruminate once in action. 1988. 14th of July. Excuse me. Who travels? Hey, Leaky. You never even spotted the radio in the recipe book. I always spot things. Are you ready? Oh, sorry. Did I wake you? What time is that? 8. How are you feeling? Tired. Just like yesterday. Ah. Okay, I'll call your school and say you can't come in today. I was just about to leave for work. You should go back to sleep. What about your lunch? There is some leftover idli batter and garlic chutney from yesterday. You can steam some idlis quickly. Idlis? I don't know if any mispronunciations are purely mine. Because I am not massively up to speed with this culture of cooking, because they often use a lot of ingredients that I am horrendously allergic to. It always smells amazing though. I just can't eat it. So this is a good way for me to learn some more about different cultures' food without the pain. A type of savory rice cake originating from South India. Thank you very much. I don't know if I can figure all that out. It's okay, I was just about to leave. It's just idlis. Very easy. It'll take me too long, Venbad, don't worry. What's that name? Nice. I can just survive on the coffee machine. No, that's how you get stomach ulcers. Hence the face palm and the very fuzzy blanket. Fine, I'll make it then, because... Wait 5 minutes. Venba, really, it's fine. No. I need to make lunch for myself anyway. Just tell the school I'll be done in a minute. Okay. This is the poor guy will starve without me and needs to learn. But just look at the art style. It is just gorgeous. I just need a disclaimer. Any yawning is because Joe is tired, not because of any fault of the game. I just need a disclaimer that goes across the screen. I do apologize. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, I had to get a buddy to get my hair cut. And now I've got hair down my bag, which I can't get out because it's hot. It's hot, and then I was, I'd had lunch and sorted stuff out, and then I was like, I'm gonna go and read my book, and nope, I lay down and had a nap. So, that happened. That looks great. Yeah. Well, I had to have it did for the wedding, you see. It was going a bit floofy. And, this is just easier to maintain. So the back of my hair is sort of shortish, and when I rub it, it feels like, oh yeah, inappropriately. I used to ask permission. My brother had a friend called James who always used to get his hair shorn really short. But I always used to ask if I could stroke it because it was really soft. In hindsight, very inappropriate, but it was just soft. I did ask. I didn't just touch his head. But the back of my hair is there's a little bit that's kind of short like that, and it feels very soft. So yeah. I have sensory memories. They both begin with M. They are not the same thing. But yeah, so I get my hair done. In hindsight, also, I probably should have rearranged it for Wednesday, and then I wouldn't have to like wash it and style it myself before the wedding. But I didn't really think that far ahead because I did book this appointment like 4 months ago. No, not 4 months ago. 3 and a bit months ago. At the hair appointment +1, which is when I knew it was happening, and I was like, right, I need to make sure I've got my hair cut before the wedding. But I always get it cut on the weekend, and I even had Wednesday off. Not that it matters now. I've got all of the rest of the weeks off now. So yeah. But anyway, at least the DLR was running this morning, which meant that I had an easier way of getting to it. Though I did manage to get on the wrong one on the way back and took a slightly longer journey. I will say that was totally because my book was really, really good. And to be fair, it was the direction I needed to go, just not the way I needed to go back. But yeah, I'm reading A Tempest of Tea, which is about tea and vampires, but that is like really selling it short because there's a whole like heist in there as well. I own a copy of the book, but the copy I have is beautiful but also quite heavy. And I have a tendency to fall asleep reading, and I did not want to drop it on my face, so I borrowed a copy from the library. So I did not spend extra money, well, but I did support the author twice. It is a very pretty copy that I have in hardback with like sprayed edges. But it is also a very good book. And in a similar vein, I was also reading the Tea Princess series, which is on Kindle Unlimited. Apparently I'm reading about tea lots at the moment. And yeah, they're really good books. I really get into them. Sorry with the yawns. So yeah, anyway, okay, let's get done fast. Although, excuse me. Oh dear, it got a bit damaged. Should I try my mother's recipe for once? The way I make idlis are never as soft as hers, and they would always cheer me up when I'm feeling sick. I should just make them her way today. The recipe is still readable, that is. Yeah. Oh, it's given me. It's. The art style is vaguely kind of like Day of the Tentacle-esque, which I really like. Okay. Idli plate, towel, cooker. Is this the idli plate? That's the cooker. So that's got to be the idli plate, towel, and cooker. The only difference from mine seems to be the holes on the plate. Okay, so I've not made idlis with this kind of plate before. The only difference from mine seems to be the holes on the plates. The recipe also calls for towels. I'm not sure why. Moisture. It absorbs moisture, so things don't get soggy. Tea is good. Books too, if only you had the focus. Yeah. I have to admit that if my flavour of neurodiversity meant that I couldn't read, I couldn't concentrate to read, I would be very upset because I do love reading. Audiobooks are great as well. I'm sure these books are also available in audio. I do tend to revert to audiobooks when I need to do other stuff at the same time. But that's because I am an epic multitasker. And also, audiobooks are somewhat soothing if you're on a journey, as I cannot read in the car or on a train anymore, so I have to listen to the audiobooks, because otherwise I get travel sick, which is less fun. So yes, but Anna's words, this method makes the idlis a lot softer. Okay, so I'm still going to read it again. Okay, idli plate, towel, cooker. Idli plate, towel, cooker. Ingredients: water, batter. Not how to make the batter, but thankfully we already have batter. That's great. Holes to let the steam through. They also have holes so batter can cook. Make sure to cover it or it will leak. Arrange plates so steam can cook batter properly. Okay. Yeah. I think it's a case of trying to find something that works for you. Okay, so we've got why is there... Ah, that's asking about the hints. No, never mind. Actually, no. Can I ask about Italy's without... There we go. Oh. Is that a hint? Is there a thing... I didn't actually check the achievements. So there are 15 achievements, all of which are obtainable. I know there's one for like making things perfectly. Yeah, complete one recipe without messing up. Complete every recipe without messing up. But can I find out the history of them? Italy's are a breakfast staple. They ask so little of you, but they give so much back. Simply grind rice and some fermented lentils for that cloudy batter. Oh, interesting. Fermented lentils. I'm not sure how I feel about fermented lentil. Does that make them alcoholic, or is that release the goodness? Because lentils are very hard. And steam it to make those soft, fluffy cakes. Anyone can make it. It's so easy. Except for my husband, I guess. Okay. Although I've never made it with my mother's cooker. So this might be a challenge. Okay. It's not that we're not sure about how to do it. I want to find out about the food that I'm making. Italy's are versatile, and it's all about what you eat it with. Chili powder and some sesame oil would work well. Unless you're violently allergic to chili powder. Of course, the staples like sambar and coconut chutney are great too. Okay, apparently Dan would like these. I don't know what sambar is. Is it sambar and coconut chutney? Or sambar and coconut chutney? Interesting. But eating it with some leftover chicken gravy is my favourite. Oh, I like this one. So, rice and lentils, ground up, mixed. I'm assuming it's batter, so there's got to be something else in there, right? Or did the fermented lentils make it give the goo? Okay. There are a lot of options. Okay, so make sure to cover it or it will leak. I'm assuming it says cover it or it will leak. Okay. How many towels do I have? So can I put a towel in? No. Italy plate. Okay. No point putting a plate without batter in the cooker. Okay. Ah, so you put the batter in the plate. Right. Put the water in the bottom, right though? Yes, okay. Italy plate. Towel. No, I don't think I should cover the batter with the towel. So why have I got 3 towels? Okay. Sambar is a lentil-based vegetable stew cooked with pigeon pea and tamarind broth. Thank you for the expert education here, Leaky. This is much appreciated. And now, pigeon pea. Is that a type of pea then? And tamarind. Not the monkey, I'm assuming. I think, is tamarind a spice? Okay. Oops. Right, now we put the towels on, right? Don't think I should cover the batter with a towel. Okay, well, can I take these out then? Because now I'm like... What do I do with the towels? Because you didn't let me put it in the bottom of the thing. Should I put them on the water? Make sure to something... Or it will leak. Can I reset it? Because I'm thinking I'm missing something. Okay, so can I just put a towel in there? No. Okay. Can I put a towel on it? No? What am I supposed to do with the towel? There's a hole in the middle. It really feels like I should put I'm arguing with the game, apparently. Ah, right, okay. So, the answer is we put the towel in first. So it's basically like greaseproof paper type thing, effectively. Then we put the... Aha! Right, now we're getting it. I'm going to stop yelling at the game now, sorry. No, I think I was supposed to turn it... Right, hang on. One last thing. We will... I just want to do it perfectly. I did watch your playthrough. I 100% watched your playthrough. And I'm fairly certain you argued with it as well. But I also knew that I wanted to play the game, so I didn't look too closely at what you did for the puzzles. And to be fair, if you were doing it in the evening, I probably also fell asleep. Because that happens. There we go. Should close the lid before turning on. Oh, is that the closing lid? Right, okay. Close the lid, turn it on. Alright, let's see how it turns out. Ah, Duncan is much better at passing instructions than you. I mean, I resolutely refuse to cook from a recipe most of the time. I make my own up, and then I don't write it down, and then I'm like, what did I do last time? And then I make new interesting combinations. But I also stick to sort of like themes of cooking. Occasionally I will follow a recipe. I like recipes. It's like coding. That should be long enough. Let's remove the lid and see how it turns out. Ah, it's done. You look very sick, dear. I got a bloop. Like it was yesterday. Complete one recipe without messing up. Let's put faces on. I do love food in games. Took the time to make faces. To make our faces. I think you forgot about my beard, though. She looks very frazzled. You don't... No comments, thank you very much. You really didn't have to do this. What else could I do? My husband can't figure out Italy's. Venba, I told you to go to sleep. You've been feeling sick and exhausted. You didn't have to cook. It's not a big deal if I skipped lunch once. Pavelan, you're making me choose between resting and letting you starve. That's not a fair choice to me. You're not letting me starve. I know, but that's what it feels like. Gluten-free bear buns. Oh! The only experience I have with bear buns is that Pixar short, where the bear bun comes to life. It's very cute. Still haven't sorted out my camera. It looks okay today. I look vaguely not like I'm merging too much. I think I just need to up it a little, figure out how it tilted. Because I like to sink down into the thing, and I'd like not to sink into my swoosh. It's just really hard to set up. I know, but that's what it feels like. And even if I had let you leave, what will I do for lunch? I'd still have to cook and exhausted and sick as I am. You just wouldn't have seen it. I don't have a coffee machine here to survive on either. Is it so hard for you to cook even on days like this? Yeah, you tell him. He should have cooked and made you food so you could rest. You're right. Sorry. Did you look for tickets back home? Yes, it's expensive, but we can manage it. So do you think we should go? I don't know. Let me ask the boss again if he can make me full-time. But unless the school gives you more shifts, or my boss changes his mind, it's going to be tough to stay in Canada. You know, there are other options, but I wouldn't mind going back. I'm sure I can teach again at my old job, and there's nothing really keeping us here. Aww. That would be nice. Okay, well, why don't you leave with me now? I'll walk you to the doctor's office before I go to work. Oh no, I'm sure all I need is some sleep. You've been saying that for 2 days now. Come on, I'll walk you. Doctors are free here. Oh yes, it is Canada. Oh, I really want to just like... Yeah, I just want to take care of her. It's like, can we not just sit her down and brush her hair for her and then cover her in a fuzzy blanket and get her a nice cup of tea and put some cheesy something on to watch? We're making more by at least. Venba, are you home? What did the doctor say? Maybe she's pregnant. So the boss didn't even consider it. I mean, to be fair, it's hard when you're feeling icky to go because you're like, well, I'm icky. And then I don't like going when I'm sick because then I will make other people. It's effort. You don't want to bother people. Maybe it's a woman thing. But anyway, so the boss didn't even consider it. Unless a miracle happens, I say we start packing. What's with you? You never told me what the doctor said. Well, I think you should eat first. Okay. Italy's again. Ah. What has gotten into you today? You have to look at them before you eat them, you numpty. They're having a baby. So I guess this means we have a reason to stay. I mean, raising a child back home won't be so bad either. But there's a chance at a very different life here. It's only going to get more expensive though, and we're barely scraping by as it is. Can't provide everything other parents would be able to. What if they resent us for that when they grow up? Maybe moving back to India is the best option after all. And then they could resent us for taking away this opportunity. I'd say there's not much you're going to be able to do from bed, and you should just sleep and let your wife sleep. What do you think, Venba? Why aren't you saying anything? She's probably asleep! Oh no, she's trying to sleep. I don't know, it's funny to see you worry like this. Are you not worried? I don't know, I feel very calm for some reason. That makes one of us. Haviland, don't worry. I'm sure they will turn out just fine. How can you be so sure? It's our child. How else could they turn out? Oh, my feet are tired. Being outshone by one's children is a universally desired form of sweet defeat. 1994. Oh, so cute. My name is Pavlan, sir. Pavlan. Well, I'm saying it like that, but Pavlan, sir. Kevin! Oh, I remember a whole conversation when you were streaming at Leaky about Kevin wanting to be Kevin because it's easier for the whole, the white people to say. That made me sad. Where did you run off to? Sir, it would be my privilege to work with you. Pardon me, sir. I don't have time to play, Kevin. I have a lot of work to do. Yes, sir. I've managed to transport hundreds of units of inventory per day. Pardon me, sir. Kevin, there you are. What are you wearing? Where's your shirt? It's a cape. Take that off. Let's get you dressed. No, I like it. That job was in India, sir, but... Kevin, wait there. Don't run. Kevin, come back here. This has become a routine now. So, let kids be kids. But no, if you have to go, then yeah, let kids get dressed. Yes, sir. Bachelor of Science in Physics, sir. Ayu, that towel is so dirty, duh. Here, wear this shirt, can I? Oh. But sir, you can just take me on a probation period, maybe. I'm driven, self-started, and a quick learner, sir. Put this on, Kana. Hurry up now. I don't wanna. Speak in Tamil, Kevin. I can't even understand what you're saying. You don't have to pay until then. Please, Kana. I understand, sir. Yes, good boy. Okay. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for considering me. Good day. That sounded like it didn't go so well. That's gonna be my life for a little bit. Hello, Mr. Bachelor of Science. What happened? Same old. They didn't buy the hundreds in inventory story. That's not entirely untrue. Helped out in the grocery store when I was 12. And you were paid in candy. Ah, well, I've only worked as a writer back home. I don't see myself getting a job for that here. Not with my English. I spend half these calls asking them to repeat themselves. I should watch cartoons with Kevin. If I can understand those shows, maybe I can understand these people too. Yay! We can watch Batman together, Ava! Yes, but your son is going to forget Tamil at this rate. Did you know his friends call him Kevin? What's wrong with that? Speaking Tamil, da. Well, what's wrong with that? It's only one letter that's different anyways. Names tell stories. It's a way for people to learn about you and where you're from. You shouldn't be afraid to correct your friends. It's your name after all. Who else is going to tell them? And Kevin means beautiful. It's such a lovely name and it suits you so well. I don't want to be beautiful. I just want to be Kevin. He's brighter than us, Vemba. He's learned to adapt, we haven't. You know, he aced yesterday's English quiz. He did? Really? Good job. We should celebrate, Takana. What do you want to eat? I'll make something special. Oh, can we order pizza? Speaking Tamil, Kevin. I want a pizza. How about we make something at home, like parota? Dosa? Nidyapam? Gidoza? Biryani? Well, that one I know. Caridoza. No, I'm tired of all these. I said I want pizza. Extra cheese. Extra toppings. You eat pizza all the time, Kevin. Have you ever had puta? No. Putu, sorry. That other word would possibly be a swear word in another language. I should be really careful about that. What's that? Well, I've only seen my mother make it before. It's a lot of fun to make. Reminds me of a rocket. Rocket? Yes, a lot of steam comes out when you make it. It looks just like rocket launching. It does? Yes. But you know what? Let's just order pizza. There's no rocket, but you get a nice cardboard box. Kid Cogs turning. Very good mother reverse psychology. Will it really look like a rocket launch? Do you want to see? And I know I've adopted a slight accent when I'm doing the voices. There is no insult intended. That's just what I do. It's a mimicry thing. Alright, let's get started. I haven't made this before, but Amma has a recipe on it. Hopefully it's readable. Where's the rocket? We need to make the flour first, Da. Yes, I do sound like a petulant kid, but that's easy for me to sound like. Ooh! It's like a fancy sieve thing, except that it's probably not a sieve. But anyway. Hey, Dana Milo. How's it going? It's not walkie time today, so we're good. Okay, so putu flour is 500 grams of rice and some water. First, blend the rice. Separate. It is a kind of sieve, but it's one of those fine mesh ones, which is just really nice. Separate the fine rice from the chunks. Possibly blend the chunks again? Maybe? I don't know. Something over... And then combine 500 grams of rice with water. Okay, well, let's make some flour first. When do we get to the rocket parts? Sunda, be patient. Okay, let's find out about this. It's too hot. I know. It's ridiculous. I had a nap. Alright, let's hear about storing the flour. Ben, I'm no expert, but usually we toast the flour after we make it, no? A frozen doggy yogurt? Oh, that sounds good. I did have an ice cream this morning. Well, a sorbet lolly. And I've ordered some more. It was the last one in my freezer. It was very melted. Because it's like from like last year at least. And slightly over iced, but it was tasty. Usually, it's important to toast it, especially if you're going to store the flour for later. But we're using it right away, so it's okay to skip it. You had an ice cream yesterday from a van and everything. Oh, I could do that. I know where there is a van, and sometimes there's a van in the courtyard, but they can't get in anymore. I mean, you know, it is warm, but it's warm, so I'm tired. I have cold peppermint tea. Mostly just because it went cold, not intentionally, but it's nice. Okay, so soaked rice in here. Go. Alright, so shake the sieve over the towel to catch everything. It parks one door from you. Nice. I don't know whether I'm sieving in the wrong place, but my pile of flour is a bit paltry. I think this is perfect. Why does this feel like flour even though there's so much water? We have to mix the water and flour little by little. Final consistency should feel like slightly wet sand. Oh. Alright, that wasn't too hard. Emma, when will we get to the rocket? Oh yeah, look at that. That looks like a rocket. Okay. Oh no! Flour and coconut. Coconut layers as far away from as possible. Water at the bottom. 3 tablespoons of something. So coconut to flour, I'm guessing. Some of the parts. Tricky part is figuring out how much rice and coconut is needed, and in what order coconut could crumble easily. Okay, so put you in there. Put you in there. Put you on there. Okay, so coconut flour. Pretty flour. Pretty flour. No, that looks like the wrong colour, doesn't it? Except that it does say put it as far away as possible. Well, grated coconut, I know, right? And no coconuts. Put coconut wares as far away from each other as possible. I mean, the color doesn't match. I'm right despite the colors. Okay, I mean, I'm going by the put the coconut layers as far away from each other as possible because those can't be coconut. Yes, instructions put coconut as far away from Joe as possible. Yeah. Launch time, Kevin. Wow. Agni Prevdu Putu. Successfully launched Putu. That was so cool. Venba, I can't believe it didn't fall. Amma, can we do that again? I mean, it looks really nice if I could eat it. Oh no, we are unable to offer you a secondary teacher position at this time. However, we encourage you to apply again next year. It's making me sad, this is. Is he asleep? I think so. Hi, Havor. Kevin? Yes, he is. Good. So that interview, another dead end? Yes. I think I knew that before I took the call. No relevant Canadian work experience. We'll keep you on file. I don't know. I feel like I deluded into thinking we can make it work here. Well, don't worry. I'll go to the employment office again tomorrow. What? I know you don't like Suresh, but I think you should take that sales job at his company. It's all about who you know here. And we barely know anyone. We're not in a position to pick and choose our help. I thought moving here would be a chance to start over. But even here we still have to beg people like Suresh. It's not begging. I know. I'll call him tomorrow. Thank you. But honestly, I think you're more qualified for sales than I am. I mean, the way you sold Kevin on the Putu today, you're really good with kids. I can't believe you're having a hard time teaching in school. Well, it's not like teaching back home. It makes me worry about Kevin. Why? Well, back home, I could get the class to laugh, open up, get them in the mood to learn, you know. But it's harder here. What does that have to do with Kevin? I just feel that there's a wall between me and my class. I can't connect with them. They lead very different lives than we did. And I feel that same wall growing around Kevin. How do you mean? What if I can't connect with Kevin? It just feels like he's growing further away from us. The other day he told me he wished he had his own room like his friends. He said he needs his privacy. What 5-year-old needs privacy? Can you even imagine asking for something like that when you were a kid? It's like he's in a different world from us. Well, it's more than just that. He's not interested in anything we do. I thought I could at least get him to listen to music or watch some movies from back home. But he'd rather watch Home Alone for the 100th time. I don't know, I'm worried. These things bother me too. But we chose to bring him up here, not him. We did it because we thought he'd have a better life here. And he does. This place comes with better education and opportunities. But it also comes with its own culture, language, and values. We can't pick and choose the ones we want and ask him to ignore from the others. I think it's natural that any kid wants to fit in, right? Yes, maybe. It's just scary. Don't worry, Venba. He'll turn out just fine. How are you so sure? He's our child. How else would he turn out? Those fallen from their resolve are stripped of respect, like hair fallen from the head. 1995. Still the same pictures up, though. Yeah. Go on. Tell her. His name is Pavlan. He's my dad. Huh? P? Yeah, Tamil. A V A L A N. She says Appa is not at the office. Does she know what time he left? Do you know when my dad left the office? Okay, well, does she at least know if he came in today? Did you see my dad today? Ask her if he usually leaves with anybody. Maybe we can call them. Does he usually go home with someone? She says no, Dad usually leaves alone and he's very quiet. She says all the sales staff left at 5 p.m. today. She says he must have left then too. Okay, thank you. I like how it's got the different colour to show he's speaking in the different language. And the blurred out bit when it's in English, that's just showing the cultural divide that's happening, or cultural muddying, I guess. But yeah, Tamil script is beautiful. Why are we walking through the park, Amma? Do you think Appa will be here? I don't know, Kana. Some days your Appa loves to walk instead of taking the bus. If he decided to walk home from the office, it should be through here. But the lady said Appa left at 5. It's taking him so long. Oh, don't be a sad. I can't take sad today. Do you think he went somewhere else first? But where would he go for this long? I don't know, Kevin. Enough with your questions. Sorry, Kana. I'm just worried about Appa. Why are you worried? Do you think something happened to him? No, I'm sure he's fine. Maybe he went to the bar. You don't have to stay quiet, Kevin. Here, you can ask me about anything you want. Anything? Yes, and I'll answer it. But only if you can ask it in Tamil. Okay? Oh, okay, I can do that. Okay. Okay, I can do that. Obviously, I can't read Tamil, otherwise that would... yeah. You don't quite get the same emphasis between those two. Why did that lady say that Appa is very quiet? He talks a lot at home. Oh, look at you go. See, you can speak Tamil when you want to. I don't know. Maybe it's that they don't talk to him. What do you mean? Nothing. He doesn't really like his job, Kevin. Maybe that's why. He was a writer back home, right? Did he like his job then? Oh, yes. He loved to write. How come I never see him write at home? Well, he always writes when something bothers him. Back home, that used to be every day. Maybe you should bug him more. So, how did you and Appa meet? You know I'm named after a type of poem, right? Yes, Appa told me. Vemba is kind of like a haiku. The private school where I was teaching was treating both staff and students terribly. No proper equipment, rooms, and horrible pay, so we organized a protest. We had signs and boards and dozens of people. One day we were told a reporter wanted to interview us. We thought this was a big break. But he was the shabbiest person I'd ever seen. He looked like he had just woken up. Was it Appa? Yes. Still, I answered all his questions and hoped the best. A week later, we all read the article that came out in the magazine. But it wasn't an article. It was a poem? It was a Venba, a gorgeous one, too. It was about the school the students saw protest, and it was about me. Somehow people could ignore our protest, but they couldn't ignore the poem. It received a lot of attention, and as a result, so did our protest. The school was forced to change, and I was smitten. That's so romantic. Why did you move here? It wasn't an easy choice. Pavelan wanted to be with me, and I couldn't imagine being with anybody else. But a lot of people took issue with us being together, and they decided to make it our problem. It was getting really hard to deal with, so we gambled on a fresh start here and took it. Stupid pollen. Get up my chest. I wonder if it's the whole caste system. Amma, I see Appa! Oh, please don't be sad, please don't be sad, please don't be sad, please don't be sad. Oh no, please don't be sad. Oh my god, they couldn't even spell his name right. It's just disrespectful. Okay, phew. Okay, he's alive. So, I mean, he's obviously been attacked, but at least he's alive. That could have been horrendous. He has pie on his face. Jam. Yeah, I mean, racially motivated crimes are just despicable. But he's writing. I mean, that's not good, but it's good. Hair off the head. Complete the park level. Nothing, no matter how dear, should be sought at the expense of one's honor. 2006. Look at that little smushy face. He's all grown up. But I agree, very much so. Oh my god. This is, was it like 12 years later, and they've not been able to afford to get his glasses fixed. That is just so sad. Okay, I just finished cutting up the onions too. I think you should have everything you need. Yes, thanks, Pa. I'll go help Kevin pack. Oh. Empty nest syndrome now. Ooh, fire. Ooh, pretty. Biryani gravy, there is nothing, and I've never made it, so this is gonna be fun. Excuse me. Glasses are very expensive. I know this. I wear them. Yeah, I know. And I do get expensive ones because I have a very high prescription, and cheaper ones are so thick that the distortion makes me actually feel physically nauseous. But I am privileged that I've been able to afford, well, my family's been able to afford glasses. It also helped that my parents are both opticians, so, you know. Oh dear. So I was out in the sun a bit on Friday. And the sun is now out, and the pollen is making me cough. Or possibly the dust, because I've had to open the windows, and it is, of course, going to illustrate the fact that I really need to clean in here. It's not dire, you can't see like dust floating around, but it certainly does not like my throat. Okay, so biryani gravy. This recipe is completely unreadable. Layered biryani is really fancy. Never made it that way before. But I've seen Amma make it the night before we left India. Maybe I can try remembering them. Okay, well first tell me about the ingredients. If it wasn't for the wonderful Elam Tamil community here in Toronto, I can't even imagine getting all these spices easily or affordably 20 years ago. Tamil shops, restaurants, theatres I hear they're even offering Tamil courses for students now. They've worked so hard to create this little home away from home. Sigh. Ooh, cloves. I recognise something. I know, Toronto. I wish I could do more here. Maybe I'll apply if there's any Tamil teacher jobs. Okay, so those look like cloves. Those look like bay leaves. Saffron. That looks like onion, chilies, possibly tomatoes. That is some sort of meat, and that looks like guacamole. That does not mean that it's guacamole, but that is really where I'm going with that. Maybe it's some sort of avocado, I'm not sure. There's hot oil here, so we're frying stuff, so I would assume we start with the meat. That is water, maybe for steaming. Saffrons, possibly some cumin and chili or something like that. Oh, those are those leaves. I can't cook with most of this because, well, massive allergies. Okay, so remember, add all these first. Cloves, the look like sesame seeds, and kind of look like pickle slices. Okay, these ingredients so expensive. Emma, why are you going through all this trouble? It's okay, T. It's a big thing to leave to another country. Oh, and there's a bay leaf in there as well. Oh, and possibly... Are those sticks? Could be sticks of cinnamon or something. I don't know when I'll be able to cook for you again. Remember, add all these first. Okay, so... Oh! Right. Bay leaves. Cardamom! Fennel seeds. And cloves, yes. Okay, I can never get tired how great toasted whole spices smell. I wish you could see how much these cost here. You would lose your mind over these prices. Okay. So that's marinated beef. Ginger garlic paste, not guacamole. You're not quite as bad as Thirsty Suitors, but you really want Indian food. I mean, yeah, tomatoes, chilies, onions, water, and what have we got? Chili powder, turmeric. I really can't eat that, so that's probably why I thought it was cumin. And biryani masala, masala, which is curry powder, I'm guessing. Okay, so give me this. Okay, now the beef goes in after we add all the salt and powders. That order is important. Then add water and let it reduce. How am I going to remember this? Don't worry, I've added all the instructions to the recipe book I gave you. There's a logic to the order you add these 4 ingredients in. You want all of them to fry in the oil nicely, but the ingredients you add first will always fry more in the oil than the one you add next. Right, so if I want onions to turn golden brown, they need to be fried the most. And remember, once you add tomatoes, they release so much water it's hard for anything to fry after. Okay, so... Salt. Biryani masala. Turmeric. Chili powder. Oh, all faces. It said it's done something wrong. It said now the beef goes in after we add all the salt and powders. Salt and powders. I did salt and powders. And then water and let it reduce. Salt. Do they go in a different order? No, okay. Yeah, you're making me go crazy. Salt. You're annoying. You're always amused at the term we use often over here, chai tea. Yes. Because chai means tea. Beef goes in after we add all the salt and powders. Those are important. And add water and let it reduce. Like pin number? Yeah. Well, I don't say pin number. Or do we need to fry the thing? Or do we need to put these in first? In the oil. Okay, maybe we do it in the oil then. Of course the tomatoes go in last. Went through a lot of trouble for the recipe book, Emma. Sorry I couldn't take better care of it. But I'm fixing these now and I hope Kevin can appreciate it when he cooks these. If he ever does. Okay, salt and powders. Then the beef. And water. Ah, the smell's divine. It sounds painful. And by what we've put in would slowly kill me. I think we just need to let it simmer for 30 minutes and we can start the layering. The layering? Gravy is done. Okay. All that's left is the biryani. I hope I can finish it before Kevin leaves. Oh, Jesus. Okay, layered biryani. Ingredients. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. 1 is something, 2 is something. When done, sit in low flame for 30 minutes. At least the second part is salvageable. I think the idea is to put everything in the pot, seal it tightly, and let it simmer together. The 1, 2, 3 might refer to the different layers of gravy, rice, and other things. But in what order? Maybe I can try to remember. Ah, I see. We just add all these together on top of the rice layer. Well, some sort of leaves, I don't know. And that's the final layer? Yes. What's wrong, Amma? Oh, Amma, why are you crying? You know we visit often, and once things are better, we'll come back here. This is our home. Where else will we go? I know, Kana. It's just so far away. Okay, fried onions, saffron milk, mint, cilantro, cashews, rice. Ah. I made a mess! I think this is right. I just have to cover it with the lid now. Okay, I think this is it. Just need to keep the flame very low and let it all cook together. The rice will fully absorb all the moisture from the gravy, deeply flavouring it. I can't wait. So you just realize, well, it said 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I was like, well, am I supposed to layer it in the bowl? And then I realised, oh, the bowl is taking half of it out. So it must be must be the gravy, then rice, then the gravy, then rice, and then all the other shit on top. Should be good now. Looks amazing. I mean, it does, and I'm sure it smells amazing, but it would be very deadly for me. It's not a biryani, that's a waltz. Yeah, family beef. Successfully make the biryani. I did not make it without any mistakes. Which is because I've never made that before. Oh, some more chilies and cashews. How is it? Oh, so good. Beef really is the best. Oh, it's really good, Amma. I'm glad. I won't get many chances to cook for you like this again. Ah, Amma. Stop being so dramatic. Just moving out for university. Yes, Kana, but we'll miss you. Have you packed everything? It's a long drive. We might have to get gas on the way. Oh, as it turns out, my friends are driving there today after all, so I'll be going with them. Oh. This way you and Appa won't have to drive all day. Oh. We wanted to see the university. I thought it'd be nice to see all the classrooms and buildings. You can give us a tour. It's not a hassle for us to drive you. We'd love to. It's just more convenient. There's nothing to tour, really. Just a bunch of grey buildings. Oh, Kana, sure. Did I even get any of the meat pieces? Maybe we can drive there next week to drop off some food. Oh, I almost forgot. Will your friends carve enough space for some containers? I don't know why. I've packed a lot more of the biryani. I also packed some puris, pickles, and sweets. Did she give all the pieces to Carvin? I can't take that in the car. Why not? I've packed for your friends too. You can all eat. Mama, they don't want biryani. The whole car will smell. Don't want them in my dorm either. You don't want any of it? Kav and I put a lot of effort into making all of this week. I didn't ask you to. Why are you getting that? I know you didn't ask. But what will you eat there? know. There are cafeterias, instant noodles, whatever. I'll figure it out. I can't believe she gave him all the pieces. I'm just eating kushka here. That's not healthy, Kevin. You can't eat out every day. Literally everyone there will be doing that. I'm just trying to be helpful. Well, you're not. Why don't you just take some of it? You don't have to eat it. I said no, Amma. I'm done with this. This is a fresh start for me. I don't want to smell like little India anymore. I just want to be normal. For once. That's rude. Kana. The language you speak, the food you eat, the clothes you wear. Only you should decide that, Kevin. You don't have to change who you are for us, but just be sure you're not changing who you are for anyone else either. It's a wonderful and beautiful culture that is part of you. It would be a shame if you chose not to be a part of it. It's because you think it's not normal. Then why do we even move here? We should have just stayed in India. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. There's no need to create a fuss over any of this. It's not like you're never going to see me again. I'll visit often, okay? Okay. And I'll call every week too. So please try not to worry. Oh, that'll last the first week. Time at university moves differently, but yeah. She is just trying to make sure he's got some of his culture with him, and he's trying to distance himself from that, but obviously people have said stuff which has made him hate his own culture, which is just horrible. But yes. My mum makes lamb biryani, but I've never had it because obviously a lot of the ingredients will make me ill. Stupid fussy stomach. It smells lovely though. That's about all I can say. Let's try not to worry, okay? Okay. Still sad though. Is that there? Yes, I think so. Who is that girl? I've never seen her before. Smart kid. This is why I didn't want to drive him. Oh yeah, and him suddenly dropping it on them that he doesn't want them to drive him when they were like really just needed it to say goodbye and chip off the old block. There he goes. I suppose it's good that he's so independent and makes his own choices. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could just experience more, what as one would say, foreign things. It's just, I have to be really careful with what I eat, otherwise I get very ill. But I can definitely appreciate, people sharing their culture, and I really enjoy that, and learning about different food, because even if I can't eat it, I can appreciate it and get hungry by looking at the pretty pictures. It's like when we did the, is it strawberry vinegar that just had all of the Japanese dishes, and I was just going, I'm going to like literally drool here. And I really want to, at some point, I really want to look up how to make like the rice omelette stuff, the omu rice, because I feel like that's something that as long as I make sure the egg is cooked, because I'm really picky about the texture of eggs, I think that's something I could really enjoy. So, but anyway, I like watching food videos on TikTok. The ones that don't involve the blocks of plastic cheese. The ones that actually are. There is this beautiful person that I'm going to say, beautiful woman who has a is the headdress called the sari? I don't know. Anyway, with a head scarf thing that does art with food. That is the only way to describe it. There is no words. No headscarf. But anyway, does the most amazing art with food, and she is just exquisite. So yeah, but yes, what's good? Yeah, I mean, food. It's no. Oh, child, who hurt you? It when the Omaha cat lady does the reviews for those things. Leaky, have you seen her do those ones? Them. Hang on. Not sure of pronouns. Don't judge me, please. I'm tired. But yeah. There's a beautiful lady who wears a headscarf, but I don't know whether what culture headscarf culture. So I don't want to give it a specific name and have the wrong one. But anyway, she just does art with food, and it is just exquisite. And it makes me so hungry. But she did this really cool thing. What is the channel name? I don't remember her name, let alone the channel name. I know that Omaha Cat Lady does the food review things, and she has reviewed many of those. Well, they have reviewed many of those videos, but I don't know. If Leaky knows what I mean, maybe Leaky can look it up. Possibly. But there was this thing where it was doing chicken legs and hanging them between the slats of like what looked like the oven shelf, but possibly is like custom made for that, so they would drip down and they wouldn't like sit in their own fat. And I was like, oh, that is just If I can find it later, I'd stick it in the food channel and tag you. But considering I have I'm very bad with names, and the fact that I remember the Omaha Cat Lady is pretty good. Nadia from Bake Off? No, this is a TikTok cook. Could be Nadia from Bake Off, but probably not. This is like savory and sweet food. Also, I don't know what Nadia from Bake Off looks like because I haven't watched Bake Off in a while, and I'm just very bad with remembering names and faces of people. I've always been bad with it. My brain does not retain the names and the faces. What I really need is like a computer chip that will retain it for me and put like a little overlay on and go, this is X from Y. And who are you thinking of? Okay, well, let's filter through all the people that you've ever seen, ever. But yeah, I'll search it out after the stream down and put it in the food channel on the Discord. It makes its own choices, even if they are so incorrect. Our choices were mostly made for us already. Whatever he chooses, at least it'll be his own decision. We just have to wait patiently for him to come back to us. Till then, it's just the two of us again, huh? Just like old times. Aww. That's so sweet. Oh my god, again? Clearly it's a lie, the please apply next year, because that's probably not the second time that she's applied. Oh, did Cavan reach the university? Did he text or call yet? No. But we told him to text or call when he gets there, right? Yes. Well, maybe he hasn't got... Oh, he has. I kept waiting and got worried, so I finally called him. He just said he forgot to inform us and hurried to hang up. Ah, well, it's a big day after all. I'm sure he has a lot going on there. Oh, sure, let your son do as he likes. I'm not going to bother anyone. He doesn't want to eat what we make. He doesn't want to speak in Tamil. He doesn't even want the name we gave him. I'm done chasing after him. Yes, you're right. Oh, wait. He forgot his headphones in his room. I was going to bring it to him sometime next week. Or maybe we should just let him pick it up whenever he's here next. Oh, he did? Of course not, Pavlan. We should help if we could. He uses those headphones all the time. It'd be hard for him without that. What? Oh, you made that up. Is there anything more fleeting than your anger towards Cavan? That's what being a parent is, I suppose. When Cavan said he wants to pursue writing, I was so happy. Did I watch the new season of Doctor Who? I did indeed, Hafor. Leaky and I watched it simultaneously and texted each other. I really like the new Doctor. He's just so happy, but also, like, the Doctor. But it's nice. Yeah. He's also just an exquisite example of a man. Or person. Let's just go with that. Your mum watched it too? Oh, we were all watching it together. Okay, cool. Yeah, my dad watched it as well, I think. None of us managed to see the Northern Lights last night, though. Which is a shame. But you know, they might come back again in another 20 years. By that point, I'll have moved out of London and I will be able to see them. Yeah, they put more budget into it because, like, Disney, because it's on Disney Plus, so they've got more budget to put in, and it really does show. But yes, the new Doctor is just mwah. Finally, something we have in common. I wanted to show him all the works that inspired me and all the poems and stories that I love, and the ones you wrote too. All the stories you read to him as a child were just ones you wrote on the spot. Yes, but I doubt he even remembers that. I don't even know if he can read Tamil literature, much less understand it. I used to wonder why he wanted to turn his back on all the unique and special things his roots have to offer. But after that night in the park, maybe he's thinking it's better not to be unique or stand out in any way. And I don't think we can blame him for that. I guess it wasn't the best decision to move. I don't get to write here. You don't get to teach here. It's hard for Cavan to be who he really wants to be here. Maybe you should have stayed. If you're going to suggest I would have been better off not moving here with you, my anger is going to be anything but fleeting. Oh, I mean, entirely possible, Dan. Entirely possible. Or he could just be an exquisite example of a human being. But come on, I know how much you miss home. Yeah, also 14 did all the therapy. Wouldn't you be happier back there? If I felt like I didn't have anyone, then yes, maybe I'd be happier there. But I have Cavan, and I have you. Home is where you two are. Longing for those who have forsaken you diminishes the beauty of the soul. 2014. Well, that's very sad. Did he die? God. The elephant is so cute. I hope they translate that into English if we're making that recipe, because I can't read that as much as I would love to. Rotate. Okay, I will do that in a minute. I'm just going to pause. What I think would have been really cool is if they had maybe put, when they're talking in Tamil, the Tamil script with the English underneath. I think that would have been cool. And then it would have been more obvious when they were just talking in English. And also, we could maybe learn some Tamil. Or at least admire the beauty and have no idea where to start with a script that does not resemble anything that I'm used to. But it would just be interesting. Resume. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Are we making some sort of Hondo type fried thingies? They're very pretty. Definitely making some sort of fried thingies. Exactly! I know they do it in a different colour. Oops. How do I get it out? Ah, there we go. It's like it's gonna burn, guys. Oh, I burnt my voice there. Oh, it's kind of like churros, but whatever the Indian version of churros is. And possibly even savory, not sweet. Either which way, they look gorgeous. I would love to deep fry stuff. I can't. Don't put oil. Yeah, don't poke hot oil with fingers at IRL. Fire! Ooh, I wonder if there's some sort of little dough ball-y things. Possibly. I am obviously colouring this with my experience, and that is my experience would be drop scones. In a sort of griddle thing. Ooh! But possibly savory. Oh, I don't know what this is, but I really do hope that they tell us so we can get some food history in here, because, I mean, they look kind of tasty. I can't decide if they're sweet or savory. Either would work, but I'm not sure, because this could be sort of meat-based mousse or bacon, possibly. You ready? Oh, flip! Flip. These are not finishing in the order that I put them in. At least it tells me that they're ready to flip, because I would not be able to judge this on my own. Oh, and now you're ready to go out. Oh. God, you look yummy. I may not be able to eat them, but they do look really yummy. I can almost smell... It stopped. Oh, there we go. Slice. I'll be honest, I can feel this. And as much as I do like fish, this looks dangerous, deadly, like chili-based thing. I don't like it when they can see you. I detest the eyes being left in. It really bothers me. and the tail and the fins. It's like, please just give me the meat part. Because I'm a wuss. Ooh. Oh, it's spitting. There's a lot of stuff done directly in oil. And they're not telling us what any of this is. You bought a fish 90% off and had to gut it yourself. You did it, but it was a lot. I know. Whole fish isn't your thing. You want it to be sliced ready to fillets or something. Yes, Jesse, exactly. I have filleted a salmon. It is... Well, that's how you... That's interesting. That's how you grate coconut. Also, hi, Jesse. We're making food. Pressure cooker! Don't put your hand in there, because that is hot. Ooh, bacon? Coriander? But yeah, gutting and descaling and skinning an entire fish is painful. Apparently the radio and recipe book on the main menu was DLC that they added after launch because people wanted the recipes. Interesting! And something, you've made like 3 chapters of food so far in this. Okay. We are slightly further than that, but now it's not telling us any of what the food is. which is making me sad. Though this is chicken, I'm thinking. With the coriander, and those are chilies, which were fried possibly in chili oil. So this is all incredibly deadly for me. But it just looks so goddamn tasty. But that's interesting that they added the ready in the recipe book. It's the main menu. I think I'm just going to continue playing this. I was going to switch to a different game, but I'm enjoying this. So we will continue playing this and see how far we get today. Because the food. And now I'm really hungry. Even though I had lunch. That looks... Oh, that looks amazing, though. Please take the eyes off the fish. Aram... Bikila... Nah. You did enjoy the bubbling particle effects. Yes, exactly. The oil was really good. Well done. Alright, come on, pop on my phone. I want to read it out again. Because I got Aram Bika... And then it disappeared. What was game 2 going to be? Somerville? Another Game Passy game. Aram Bikalama? Question mark. That would be. I mean, I could. I'll cook your favourite mutton. Hey, Amma, thanks so much. Sure, I have a lot of plans today, but I think I'll stop by for a bit later. Oops, okay, so... Ooh. Let's scroll all the way to the top! Oh, good morning. Have a great day. Good night. Good okay. Good morning. Have a great day. Good morning. Good night, Kevin. Good night, Amma. Morning. Have a great day. Good morning. You have a great day. Happy birthday, Amma. Any fun plans today? Nothing, Anna. I might go to Hoppers today. They give 2 times points. Okay. Happy New Year. Happy plans. Might see some friends. Come on when you have some time. Not today, Amma. Maybe another time. Saw this morning, Amma. It reminds me of you. Aww. Well, watch. Who are these people, kind of your friends? No, Amma, it's just a me, Mama. Never mind, how are you? Good. How are you? Had lunch? I'm good. Good night, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh dear, good morning, Kana. It's your Appa's anniversary today. Please call see the party if you have time. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, how are you feeling today? Fine. Yeah, he did die then. That's really freaking sad. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Aw, little cuddlies. Nice. Good night, good morning. Ah, why are you getting these stickers? It's a free app. I will share with you. No, it's okay. I was just asking. Okay. Good morning. Hi, Kana. Happy birthday. Feel free today. Can you come home? It's been long since I saw you. I'll cook your favorite mutton. Hey, Emma, thanks so much. A lot of plans today, but I think I can stop by for a bit later tonight. Super. Sorry, Emma. Something came up last minute and I can't make it tonight. Oh, she cooked all that stuff and he didn't even bother to turn up. I mean, to be fair, because I think a lot of Indian food is made in a way that it can be cooked in bulk and stored, so, you know, she's going to be eating well for a while, but it's still sad. But I love that little elephant under the mask. It's so cute. I mean, I don't know. I guess I can still switch to Somerville. We'll just... It feels like this is almost near the end of a game. I don't know if it's that short or am I just projecting. It does say 1 to 2 hours, so maybe. Yay! Finally. There's still chicken, ramsam, dozas. Read all the texts. We did that. Without one's dignity, one becomes a puppet to many strings. Bachelor of Arts. Aw, kind of looks like his Appa. Exact vibe. Just so you know, that's not usually hung inside the house. My dad just liked to hang it inside. It's fine. Just need something unique and interesting here. By the way, for the school lunch scene. Oh, I did become a writer! I think it'd be cool if it's like a super diverse table of kids and they were shared food from the different cultures. What do you think Priya's lunch should be? Chicken tikka? Spicy vindaloo? Oh my god! Yeah, I was gonna say spicy vindaloo. I'm fairly certain that is like an English attempt at an Indian dish or something. Possibly, I don't know. But also Tamil is different. Yeah, so there's at least 2 more recipes to do. Completing the recipes without messing up once, reading the flavor text. Was that what I was doing? Yes, press Y. But I didn't get all of those because I missed one in chapter 2 apparently. Oh well. So but anyway, I can go back. Get Silicon Heartbreak, Doom Scroll, and Flavor to so there is reading all the writing. I didn't realize there was more writing. But yeah, I think I'll probably do the main story of this online. It's been out on stream. It's been out a while, so it's, you know, I am enjoying it. I want to go back and read the other texts. What if we show her eating nothing? Like, I would bring back my lunch a lot, lol. It's just really sad. I was too embarrassed to eat it at school. Maybe we can touch upon that. Oh. That might not fit the tone of the show. It's just a fun scene that celebrates different cultures and cuisines that really represent Toronto. You must have a favourite dish your mum made or something, right? It just feels weird for me to write a scene where she isn't even a bit apprehensive about the lunch. I was terrified to even open the lid. I get we're celebrating it, but a scene like this would make me feel like I was worried about nothing when I wasn't. Yeah, I'll check my mother's recipe book. Can we scroll back yet? Scroll. Right. Excellent. Hey, Kevin. Cool references set designers. They can do their own research. Something culturally obscure. No, you see my apartments on movie posters. Some of you remember around your parents. Actually, my mum left me a box of stuff before she left to India. Oh, and then we saw that part. Okay, I have to give them the recipe. The least I can do is ensure it's authentic. Oh, it's been mended. I can't believe Emma didn't take the recipe book with her when she left to India, though. Well, it looks like she's fixed a lot of these recipes. I can't read Tamil very well, but let's see. Ooh, idlis. Oh my god, it was written in Tamil before. Oh, you see, this would be really cool if it was written in Tamil so we could see the Tamil, because it really is gorgeous. And then just have the English as an overlay. You swear you delete 400% of what you post. Yes. I honestly, sometimes I'm like, just writing it out is enough. And then I'm like, does this add any value to the conversation? Please. This is Putu. I remember making this with Amma and Appa. That was fun. Biryani, of course, Appa's favourite. Natsu Kozi Kulambu. That's like chicken soup, I think. She made this for me once one time I was really ill. It's the only thing I could eat without throwing up. I must have been around 5 then. Still remember the taste, the smell, the day she made it. There was a phone call from India. The cooker was whistling. Amma fed it to me, but I think she was upset about something. I wonder what it was. Anyways, if I'm going to feature this recipe in the show, I better cook it once at least. Oh, how helpful! She's drawn cute pictures of the ingredients needed. I'll go pick those up first, then I can start putting it together. So his dad died and she went back. Okay. Okay, so water and add... Oh, tamarind paste. Okay, cool. Can't really read this, but thankfully it's a diagram. It looks like I have to mix tamarind with the water to extract its essence multiple times. I'm gonna put a lot of effort into fixing these, huh? This book was so important to her. I can't believe she left it behind for me. But I think she overestimated my Tamil comprehension. Okay. The water already changed colour. Could add more water direct to this bowl, but this might dilute the extracted water. I need to find a way to separate the extracted water and the tamarind. Sieve. Water isn't really changing that colour that much anymore. I think I've gotten everything I can from the tamarind. Let me add it to the other bowl and see. That's as much as I'm going to get, I think. I hope this means the tamarind water is ready. On to the next thing. The thing that I forgot to do last time was then check white again, because I didn't realise it had changed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Oh well, there's no diagrams in this one. My Tamil isn't the most fluent, so I might be able to translate this fully. Maybe I can do it step by step. I think I can make out a few of these words. Toast both of the grains first. Okay, nice. Just have to figure out the missing parts. We can go step by step. Though I don't really see any grains. Did I mistranslate something? About soups. So, rasam is essentially a watery soup. The rasam powder seems heavy on black pepper, and I think that's why it's so good for colds and flus. Colds and flus. I remember Appa came home one day from complaining that the English mulligatawny soup was a poor imitation of our soups. Is he talking about rasams? Wait. Black pepper is called milagai in Tamil, and water is called thani. And if rasams are a peppery, watery soup, then it's just milagai thani. Milagai thani. Mulligatawny. Ah! Right. Oh my god. So tamarind water, rasam powder, mustard seeds, chilies, curry leaves, cumin, shallots, salt, tomatoes, garlic and ginger. Both of the grains. Mustard seeds and chilies, right? They've got seeds in them. Were both the things I added grains? What else could it be? Oh. Mustard seeds. Cumin. That makes no sense. Aha, it's seeds, not grains. Can't count the number of times I've woken up to the sound, though. How is it already smelling so good? Okay, I can read this part easily. Next, add red leaves and green chilies. Well, green leaves and red chilies. Oh, I must have my words for red and green switched around. On to the next step. Add minced something and crushed garlic, ginger garlic. Smells so good. It's usually around this time Mama has me waving all the steam away from the smoke detector. What goes out water? First add something that creates water, then add water itself. Tomatoes. Tomatoes. Frying it seems to release a lot of water. And then the tamarind water. So that's what the tamarind water is for. No idea what this is, but only 2 ingredients left, so add salt and rasam powder to taste. The smell is really taking me back. Anna was upset because of the phone call she got from home. I think I remember now. sorry, Appa. I'm sorry I'm not there. I know. I thought that she was getting better. It's almost the end of the month, so I should be able to send you more money soon. No, it's okay. Let me at least be of use this way. Oh, her mum must have died. Can't read this part either, but there's not much to this. Just put everything in and cook it, I guess. Okay, so we've got turmeric, the cooker weight, water, salt, bone-in chicken. We'll put the water in first, add the chicken, salt, cumin powder, the lid, the cook weight. Interesting. Oh, hang on, we need to read the flavor text. Oh no, there isn't any. Okay. And then turn it on. The cooker weight also dances and releases the steam, but I didn't realize it was a weight for the pan lid. That's probably where it goes. Or rattle, 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 rattle. I should keep going. Wait, lid. Oh, that looks fantastic. Chicken stock always has a golden colour, but the turmeric is making it look extra nice and extra deadly. Turmeric is such a weird thing to be allergic to. Man, should we even feature this in the show? Some corporation is going to start selling an overpriced turmeric chicken stock after watching this. Okay, last step. Just have to mix these together, I suppose. Balsam is usually water, but here it's fresh chicken stock instead. It's really cool. Wow. I wonder how Chris will decide this to the team. An exotic taste on chicken soup made from a variety of spices and aromatics. Gross. And add coriander to taste. It looks great, Amma. A lot easier than I thought. Let's see if it tastes anything like that day. Taking stock. Amma? Amma, why are you so sad? It's nothing. Did I do something wrong? Oh no, Kana, not at all. I heard from home. Your grandmother. Amma loves her a lot. But sometimes people have to leave and go far away, and Amma will just miss her. Is she leaving? It's natural, Kevin. Everybody leaves someday. Us too? It'll happen to everyone. Leave you, Amma. Apple. New recipe updates. Humble porridge can taste sweeter than nectar when fed by the little hands of one's child. Has he gone to visit her? He's wearing his dad's glasses! I like the music. What are we making? Yeah, I told you I'm terrible at this. It's easy, Calvin. Listen. It's all about temperature control with dosa. First, pour water on the stone to reduce the heat. Next, set the fire to the lowest setting. Pour the batter, and since the stone isn't hot, you can spread the batter easily. Add oil around the edges and turn up the heat. This will fry the batter and make it easy to flip once the edges are brown. Then it's done. Easy, right? Yeah, for you, another disaster coming up. It's about doses. The batter for this is very similar to Italy batter, right? Yes and no. They are both made from rice and fermented lentils, but the consistency and the way it is prepared is different. If you have leftover Italy batter, you can always add some water to convert it into a quick dosa batter. It's convenient. Water. Turn it down. Add dosa batter. Rotate. I'm trying to rotate. It's like a very thin pancake. Oil around the edges so it fries the batter. No! Everything right. Almost. See if I can figure it out. Ah, balls. Okay. It's because I did it too soon. I'm impatient. Okay, no worries, Jesse. That texture flipping on the label is annoying me. How do I know when it's ready to flip? How do I know when it's ready to flip? Did it change colour? I feel like with this thinner batter, it should be ready, right? Nope. Seriously? Water. Turn down the heat. Add the batter. Am I just being really impatient? It just looks really thin, and it doesn't take that long for pancakes to cook when they're thin. So what am I missing? Am I supposed to maybe turn up the heat? Is that the step I'm missing? Ah. Aha. They're just sitting there doing nothing, so. Oh my god! I did it! Good job. Ready to try something harder? I'm just happy I made the bloody pancake thing. You ready to try uthapam now? The dosa will be a bit thicker this time so we can lay all the vegetables. This is like the pizza one, right? With all the toppings. Yes. Not really, though. Now the toppings. I have to add all of them. Actually, you can just add whatever you like. Everyone's uthapam is different. Just make sure to add ghee first. Ghee. Onions, carrots, green chilies, and idli powder. Okay. If I want something I can eat, then no chilies. Ooh, is there a thing? Healthier modifications. You know, if we swap the rice in the batter with almond or coconut flour, we can make this pretty healthy. It won't be as high in carbs and it won't spike your insulin. It won't be a dosa either. Anyone else getting hungry? Just me. I think I'm getting the hang of this. See, I told you it's easy. Oop, we got a blooped. Anuka oro. Oh, uthapam. Something. Yeah, sorry. Anuku oro uthapam with lots of M's. Okay. I haven't made this in a while. This was your Appa's favourite. Curry dosa is dosa with minced meat? Yes, exactly. We're doing it with mutton here, but you can do it with chicken, beef, or whatever you like. Okay. Water. Turn down. Dosa. I'm going to basically treat it like Indian pancakes because this type of cooking looks like when you make the crepes on the flat surface. Oh, I'm not good at rotating this. Good job, Kevin. Now we can start adding the curry toppings. Like uthapam, you want to add the ghee first, then add the beaten egg as a coating, followed by the actual curry and finish it with coriander. Okay, ghee. Then the eggies. Eggies? Oh, this one's like omu pancake. Then whatever that meat was, and top it with coriander. Then turn it up so it cooks. And flip. Because it's really just about turning up the heat to make the flip. And then we can unflip another one down. That does look tasty. This is fun. Yes, it really is. It's a hot plate. That's the word I was trying to look for. You're doing great, Kevin. You can start your own dosa restaurant when you go back. I know, right? I could probably run the best one. There were restaurants that can serve dosas like this back there. You wouldn't have missed home so much and left her. I came here for more than just dosas, Kevin. Oh yeah, of course. I was just joking. Okay, well, you start eating these, and I'll make the rest and then join you. Oh, no, I'll do it. Otherwise, they'll get cold before you can eat them. Well, won't they get cold for you then? You do it this one time at least. Sure, Kevin. Pretty. Fermented feelings. Successfully finished cooking the doses. Alma, I have something to show you. This is Alma's recipe book. Have you been using it? Wait, I didn't fix some of these. You fixed those too? And you wrote in Tamil. This is great, Calvin. Is this all research for that show you're writing? No, Alma. Actually, I quit that job. Oh, why? I couldn't write what they wanted. I can't just write about dozas, saris, and musicals. Our lives are more messy than that. And sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it has people like me. I've acted like being Tamil was inconvenient for me my whole life. But now I'm acting Tamil when it is convenient for me. When there's a job on the line. I couldn't deal with it. You're being unfair to yourself. It's true, Amma. I'm just a tourist. And I wasn't there for you after Appa. And every time I wanted to apologize, I just felt too guilty to even face you. You've always said you stayed in Canada for me. I know how much it must have hurt you to come back here. How much I must have hurt you. And Appa. It was so sudden. I always thought there would be time to tell him how much he inspires me. Even the stories he made up when I was a child and read them to me until I finally slept. My writing can't hold a candle to that. If I'm writing today, it's because of him. I'm still just trying to catch up to him. That's not why I came here, Calvin. You didn't? I came here because that's what's best for me, and even though it hurt me, it's what's best for you. What do you mean? I loved living here. The people, my parents, my job, everything. Leaving India was necessary, but really hard. I felt bad for leaving, and I missed it so much that I wanted to raise you like we never left here. It must have been suffocating for you. And after Pavelin. Well, coming back here and teaching all these kids has been great. If I had stayed there, I don't think I could have given you the space you needed. Thanks, Amma. How long are you staying for? I don't know, Amma. But this is nice. What about you? Do you think you'll ever come back to Canada? I don't know, Kana. But this is really nice. Oh, designed and written by Adam. Art director Sam Elkana. Producer and additional writing Sharon Khan, lead programmer Abby. One word, like share. Additional programming Tetsuya Morita Ahad. Gameplay artist Ray Minos. Sound designer Neha Patel. VFX artist Danik Domin. Music composer Alpha something. I like that. UX design Nathan Pila. Additional design Jason Roy, Cecil Richard, and Divya Vivekanadan. Oops, sorry. QA lead Lynn Alexandria Morgan. QA lead Jace Hijazi. Food consultants Divya Vivekanadan Sasha. I'm really sorry, I can't pronounce all the words. And also, it was going too fast for me. Laundry Bear! That's just cute. Legal, Dale Dietrich. Additional music credits. Yes. So many. Excuse me. The Cassius Collective. Tick tick. Additional music credits. Special thanks. I've just given up trying to read out the names and butchering them. Couldn't have done it without Chandana. Special thanks to our TikTok wizard, Victoria Tran. Special thanks. Games. Powered by WWise and the Audiokinetic team. Thank you for the generous support, Pixels in Montreal. Made with the possible support of Ontario Creates. Well, I do love it when countries support the gaming industries. Oh, it's so pretty. Is that how you say Vemba? Oh. Laundry Bear, the studios that did A Mortician Tale. Oh, I've not played that. Okay, so recipes. Now we have all the recipes. Ah, it was a pomfret fish. Oh my god, can I... No, Y is going to take me back to the list. I want to make it bigger. I didn't know what a pomfret... Oh, it was chili powder, though. I was correct with that. Yeah, unfortunately, there are a lot of recipes in this that I can't. And then... Was that the last one? I don't know. Chapters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Well, what did we miss? 4 achievements. Launch a crumbling putu. We might as well reveal. Read the flavor text in every level. Complete every recipe without messing up once, and that's for reading the text and the flavor text. We forgot some of the flavor texts because I didn't realize they were there. Complete every recipe without messing up once. Well, I know we did chapter 1 and 2 okay. When did we go wrong with the recipes? 3? Those fallen from their resolve are stripped of respect like hair fallen from the head. Was it this one? I just want to redo the recipes. No, this is the sad chapter. Okay, it's fine. I mean, we'll leave it there. Slightly less than what we usually do on the stream, but otherwise, if I try and start something now, it's not quite. It's not quite long enough to give a game justice, or I will go long, and then that's okay, but also food. I need to sort of think about food at some point. So we're just going to leave it here. That was Vemba. Thank you very much to Ideal Xbox for the code for that one. It's also still on Game Pass, probably for another couple of months, if it's in for a year, because it came out in July. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching today. And the cool discussions. I am starving because we've been basically just gaming food, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks amazing. I can't eat it, but it looks amazing. I wish I'd read all the flavor text. I didn't realize that like the second part of the recipe had more flavor text, because otherwise I would have got those as well. But we will go back and perfect the recipes, read the flavor text, and finish off that off stream. For now, I'll be back. I haven't quite figured out what I'm doing next week, because I might stream Mirage just during the day because, well, not working. I will still do... I'm not quite sure when we're doing a co-stream next week or what we're doing. We could possibly do that on Monday, and then I do a normal Tuesday stream, but I won't be doing a Thursday stream. But I might be back on Friday. We will see. We will play it by ear on what's happening when. If I stream during the day or something. I mean, I'm thinking that if I stream Mirage, then at least I will be able to concentrate properly on it and not get distracted. So I might do that. Plus, I said I would take this next week off before starting job hunting with a vengeance. just to reset, and so I can be in the right frame of mind for the wedding. Not my wedding, my friend's wedding, married on Thursday. And also Bridgerton season 3 is coming out on Thursday, so that's going to be a very nice Friday. There's only 4 episodes, which makes me sad. But I can't wait until June to watch them all. I have to watch the beginning, because Penelope and Colin, it'll leave it on a cliffhanger, I just know. But anyway, so yeah, there may be a co-stream Monday evening, and then a stream on Tuesday in the evening as normal. No Thursday stream, but then maybe a Friday stream, we will see. But also during the day, on all the days except for Thursday, we may do some Assassin's Creed Mirage, because I purchased it half off on Amazon. It felt reasonably priced, and it's apparently back more to its origins of being quite a sort of shorter overall story, which means it should be quite good. Oh, my skin is aching. I really don't like the heat. My skin is aching. Anyway, I'm gonna figure out what I want to cook, but for now, I've been Jo, otherwise known as Angel SK. Thanks so much for watching, and I will bid you goodbye for now. Catch you later.